Here I am on Tactical Air War, fighting two 190s. This is my first pass on the first 190. We'll call him number 1. I get some good hits on him. They were down low attacking a convoy, and so he went vertical, and here I am getting some hits on him here. It's my first pass, and he should have made a deflection shot right there. Shouldn't went into his gun sights, but that's all good. So he dives down, I roll over, I dive down too. And now I'm trying to get into lead pursuit on him, so I'm kind of judging where he's going to be, what he's going to do. So now I'm setting up for a high deflection shot. This is pretty far away, so I hit his lower wing there, his right wing, you can see. I probably could have aimed a little bit higher, but that's okay. I still got some hits into that wing, which is good. I got kind of lucky with that long shot. So now I'm just kind of following him. Look behind me to see if where number 2's at. He hasn't joined the fight yet because he's still kind of low. So now number 1 dives down, and instead of doing a half roll and diving with him, I do a nice easy right turn, let him stay high, and I turn left to do like a slight scissors. And I'm just kind of following him but staying higher, and I'm also getting altitude at the same time. And then I see that he's kind of stalling, so I roll over and I make my pass on him. Probably could have checked my 6 here, but I still think that the 190 was low. So I'm lead pursuing, and he makes a rollover and dives again, so I miss his shot. Good on him for doing that. It's probably his first good evasive maneuver. You can see him all to where he was and where he was going to be. So I stay high again, and here comes number 2 into the fight, and I pull hard to the right, and he tries to as well, but you can see that his angle of attack was too much, and so he had a stall. So now I'm sorry, I turned to the left, and then now I'm turning to the right. I see this cloud in front of me, so I dive really hard into the cloud. And I'm hoping that he gives chase, and I'll lose him in the cloud. So I'm looking behind me now. I'm like, what? So he's gone. Now I'm back on number 1. I'm giving chase for number 1, still looking for number 2. Now I set up another deflection shot pretty long. Still looking for number 2. And this is where my gunnery is not the best. This is like a perfect shot, pretty close. And instead of like hitting him really good, I rake into him. So I'm a little high, get some shots in, and then like I'm really low for a long time. Gotta work on that aerial gunnery practice. So now now I'm still following number 1, and as you can see, he's smoking black. He's trying to turn with me, and that's okay. I'm looking for number 2 now. Don't see him. So I'm still looking around, and there he shows up. So I disengaged from number 1, and now I'm going for number 2 because he has a better engine. Do a head on here, but I dip down so I don't get hit by him. Now I'm just yanking, banking here, trying to get behind him. And I'm kind of guessing where he's going to be and what he's going to do, how he's going to do it. He goes vertical here, so I'm guessing kind of what he's going to do, and I'm going to roll over right here. So now I'm on his 6. He's still got a lot of energy though, and I know he does, but pulls up really hard right here. I lead a lot, and then I take some shots. This is a pretty long shot, but that's okay. I miss. I'm not sure why he has his flaps down. That was a pretty hard deflection shot though. So he starts to scissors with me. And at the same time, number 1, who's got a damaged engine, starts to shoot at me. But I'm way out of his gunnery, so I'm good. So I'm looking for number 1 now. Still engaged on number 2. I get a little bit altitude, whatever I can get. There goes number 1. And I think about diving on him, but I look for number 2, who's now kind of getting behind me. So I start turning with him, thinking that he's going to turn with me because he did earlier. Sure enough, that's exactly what he does. So he starts to turn left, which gives me another great deflection shot. There we go. And I get some really good hits on him upside down. So now I'm on his 6 pretty easily. And he starts to scissors with me. And I just pull up really hard. Do a nice left turn, roll over, and then now I'm back on a 6. Number 1 just cross over with him. I take some shots, and I'm a little too forward with the shots, but I do rake into him a little bit as he crosses over, or as he passes into my trajectory of the bullets. Hit his right wing a little bit. You can see he's not too damaged though. So at this point, I have the kill. Number 1 is really damaged, and this is number 2 that I'm finishing off here. There goes number 1 from right to left as I finish off number 2. And look at all those misses just below. And here we go, finally getting some good hits into them. Tell you what though, the 190 is pretty durable plane. And so with number 2 pretty shot up, I turn left into number 1, going to chase him, and for whatever reason he decides to turn right. Probably lost sight of me maybe, and that sets me up to go ahead and finish him off as well. And here you can see number 2 is going to go into the terra firma there. Here I am now on number 1. Just do one last quick check on my 6 before I go on him, and I finish off number 1 here. I think it's cool that the little pilot ejects out. Probably shouldn't have shot right there. There we go. 2 190s down versus my Yak.